Welcome back to the Yugen podcast, where stories create connections and connections create perspectives. And that's what drives the brand.
Yeah, so pretty much I didn't know Ron was going to throw it at me right now, but we're back here on podcast number 3. And yeah, we're excited. We got some new hardware, software. We've been messing around with it for a couple hours now, trying to test this thing out. Hopefully everything goes good, and enjoy the show, guys.
So we got a special guest today. His name, which I'm going to say soon, which he has millions of names. He goes by Danansky. He goes by Doc. He goes by Docky. Business mogul himself. Presenting now.
What's up, Doc?
What's good? What's good?
How we feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good. You know, I've been waiting to come on this podcast. It's pretty exciting, to be honest. It's good to see my guy Ron doing this Yugen thing. It's nice.
Bro, I've been excited too. It's been like 3 weeks, I think, we were trying to set it up with you.
So multiple occasions where we were like canceling and rescheduling, but finally we made it and we're here.
Yeah, facts. Should be a good episode.
So it was a little trip all the way up here. It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
We're definitely in farmlands right now.
They're in the country.
Doc, so I gotta know, man, how's everything, bro?
Everything's been good, bro. This is our last year of PT school, so we're gotta be out of here. But other than that, I just do my thing on the side, try to just hopefully everything goes well. I have a lot of big plans in the future, which I'm sure we'll get to like later on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So what exactly? How's PT school? How's clinicals going right now?
Clinical is pretty cool. Like I'm in inpatient, which is just like a hospital, and it's pretty cool. I would rather outpatient just to be more hands-on, because I feel like being in the hospital is more responsibility, just transfers, just getting them to move, but yeah, it's not really my cup of tea, but outpatient is.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, same. I definitely want to go into outpatient myself. Inpatient, I'm nervous. Funny enough, I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah.
after recording this.
Yeah.
So, but what else, man? What else is new? I know you are always diving into things. So how's everything else going for you?
Everything is good. So I started a YouTube channel, put a link in the description.
I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. Like I heard about you talking about it, but I know it's like a common thing, like something you're into right now.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that. What are you doing there?
So first I had to give like a little background story, because we were talking to my brother earlier. So my brother decided to make a YouTube, and it was just it's called DZ and Friends.
Yeah.
So he would play games, but only with his friends, and then just it would be hilarious. So it was like super fun to just do. And I ended up doing his thumbnails for him, and we would just do like YouTube research together. And somehow I kind of got into it myself, because like I'm so involved with what he's doing, and I'm like, I should do that myself. He was trying to push me towards that, but I was like, nah, I'm just gonna try to like PT and like create a business. So I ended up making a business, and I got like everything I needed, and I set it up. But in the end, I realized like going through the YouTube route and then kind of creating like a community in that way, and then going through the business. So that was just my plan.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely you're learning through the process of doing that. So
yeah.
I appreciate you wearing the merch, by the way.
Not gonna lie, this merch is fire. Like, hold on. I have to turn around because you guys got to see this. Hold on.
Get the merch.
Get the merch. Purchase.
But I know you had your own I guess business, right?
Yeah.
Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so back to the origin of how everything started with my brother. So since I was doing the thumbnails for him, I decided to it was kind of a hassle to get somebody to do a thumbnail, somebody to video edit, and do everything like that. So I was like, why isn't there just like a one-stop shop for that, but like strictly for social media? Because the way the world's going is a lot of people want to become content creators, and they're realizing like they're not limited to just like having one job. They could have a job and also like live their dreams. You couldn't make money just eating tacos or something. Now you can go out and make some tacos, and if you're good at it, and that's your passion. And so I was like, we should just make a one-stop shop. Like all content creators will go here. Like if they need anything. So just thumbnails, video edits, like background sounds, music, everything. So
I'm going to have to check it out because I definitely don't know exactly what you're referring to. So I'm definitely going to have to check out your website and see what you're about.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, bringing it back to a little bit more about you. I've heard about you. I know you're in PT school. I know you've been going to like school with my cousin for the past 10,000 years or something like that.
Yeah. 10,000 years. Yo, it feels like it.
I guess so. You guys are almost done. But yeah, I need to know a little bit more about you and see, I know you're Haitian, right? Were you born there?
No, I was born in New York, but my parents came to Haiti when they're about like my age now. So actually when they were in high school, so at the very end of high school, they came to New York. And then from there, I was born, and then they decided to move to Georgia. And that's where life really started for me because they went to chiropractic school, and they're both chiropractors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they just went together. I really got like that business mindset from them because they had a whole driving school which burned down to the ground in Brooklyn. Okay. So since that burned down, they like had to pivot real quick, trying to figure out what to do next. And that's how we ended up in Georgia. And they went to chiropractic school. And yeah, so that's pretty much where I started my life. And I was in Georgia up until around middle school.
Okay. And then you basically guys came back to New York and
Yep, exactly.
Did you like Georgia?
I love Georgia. My brother, Georgia was really nice. Like it's because there's like you can go to the city of like Atlanta. It's not too far. I used to live in Kennesaw, so it's not that far. And there's also like nice areas, so there's a lot of trees and all that. So it's like you have the best of both worlds. Really? It's kind of like what I think of upstate New York.
Really?
But better because it's just closer,
Okay, because I'm like, some people want to go down to Georgia, and I'm like, what's down in Georgia?
I hear a lot of stuff. A lot of people like it in Georgia. It's beautiful, they say.
Yeah, Georgia's popular, but it's getting like crowded. Yeah. I'm over it now. But
that's how I feel when I come up here. I'm like, the peace, no cars, no traffic.
Right?
Yeah.
But then you guys moved out to New York, or?
Yeah, so my brother wasn't really feeling Georgia like that. My parents, of course, they missed their family. All our family's in New York. Yeah. So we ended up making our way back to New York. And that's where I started playing basketball. And then like another part of life started. So my cousins in New York were really into basketball, but back when I was in Georgia, it was just soccer. It was funny because I know you're the soccer player. I just play a lot of basketball now. So.
It's so funny because when Doc told me he played soccer, I was like, wait, Doc, you play soccer? And then I came to his house and I was like, wait, those are soccer goals.
Like, wait a minute,
Like, you got to tell me something?
Yeah, right?
You got a pretty cool setup here, though, man. This place is awesome. You got all sorts of, like, cool toys.
Yeah, cool shout out to the chiropractors. Shout out to the chiropractors.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So then, did you enjoy soccer, or you just?
Yeah, soccer was good. Like I liked it. I liked it a lot up until about high school. So once I got into high school, I was like super like the thing about me is like when I get focused, like I'm just like laser focused. So I'm like, I need to just play basketball, like nothing else. I just want to do this and be really good at it. Especially since I'm like not the tallest person. So, I had to really work hard to be good in basketball.
It's like Modric. Is he still playing for Real Madrid?
Yeah, he's still playing for Real Madrid.
Modric, he's short. That dude is sick.
Doc knows the soccer players, bro. He knows it.
I did play up until high school in Georgia.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite players in soccer, man. The way he moves, like his style is just sick. It's awesome.
Yeah, you see, those players always inspired me.
So then you played what position in basketball?
Oh, in basketball?
Yeah.
I played point guard.
Point guard?
Yeah, like if I used to score, but so if there's another point guard that just wanted to pass, like I could play shooting guard, but I'll guard all the point guards.
Okay. And did you have like someone you looked up to when you were playing ball, or?
It's funny because it's all players I shouldn't look up to.
Really? Wait, what?
Like I always like the big man. Like I used to. And then there's a point where I did like the guards just to learn from. I just like to be like a student of the game.
Okay.
And then it ended up just in the end being Kobe, just because he like inspired me in a different way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
like, what about Kobe exactly inspired you?
It was his mentality. They call it the Mamba mentality. Yeah. So even there's like a hard time throughout the process. So even trying to get into PT school, like it didn't work out for me like the first time around.
Okay.
And like I applied pretty late and everything happened. And then I just watched like some Kobe documentary and I read a book from his that he just dropped. And I was just, like, for some reason, it motivated me so much that I was like, you know what? Like right after I finished that, I was like, I'm going to get back in there. I'm going to work hard and I'm just going to try to do what try to make it there.
That's funny. That kind of brings it back to kind of like my story too. So like, it's like it didn't work out a few times. And just got to keep going, man.
Yeah, bro.
Keep fighting for what you want to do, and
exactly, it's
eventually
part of the story.
It happens, But
what's your story?
What's your story, bro?
Bringing it back to Yugen, we gotta give a shout out to Doc. He's actually, if you haven't noticed, we got a little bit of a different setup today.
Yes, sir.
So he was able to kind of like host us and share his basement with us and let us set up in this beautiful place. So
got you. Anything for the brand.
I appreciate Doc for that.
Got you.
But so a little bit more about basketball. I just want to know, like, did you resemble, like, when you played, were you always resembling yourself over a player, or you just kind of just did your own thing and were just like, I just want to be an all around player?
That's a good question. I guess like I would have to pick players. So like when I was growing up, that's the ball is like, that's when YouTube and everything started really like going off. So I would just watch Akil Carr and all these other guards, like even like Chris Paul, people in the NBA. I would watch like high school, college, and NBA. So I guess I would take things from each of them. But I didn't have like one exact player that I'm like, I need to just play like him. It was just like a mixture.
Okay. Because I know, like, for myself, it was funny. Like, I would be on YouTube and I always resembled myself as like Ronaldo.
Really?
Yeah. Always Ronaldo, everything. And I would watch YouTube videos and try to like mimic everything he would do.
The super fan,
bro. But it was just like that was my motivation, like to be better. And I guess
you know what's the funniest, man? Growing up with this kid, even like playing soccer with them to the T. If he would get mad, to the T, bro. Even like the whatever Ronaldo would do,
all
like,
the mannerisms,
bro, he copied them, bro. Had recordings on that.
Were you somebody who would get angry in the game, or you just like kind of just whatever?
Yo, believe it or not, like I know I have like a calm, like happy demeanor, but I used to be I used to be sick after these games, bro. Like I used to really just like. My mom had to tell me one day, like, it's just a game. And I'm like, no, it's not. Like, this is the lifestyle. And everybody be mad because I'll just be so upset if we lost or if I had a bad game. Yeah. And I guess it wasn't healthy, so.
Were you crying?
Sometimes. In my room.
That's so funny, man. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. I mean, sports brings that out.
Yeah, right? Bro, that's like the most passion you can have.
You're so emotional and like into these things sometimes that you just
exactly
get too involved in.
Exactly.
And so what do you think about, like, because I want to ask you your perspective on this, like sports and kids and how they, I guess, are they motivated still? Do they still want to be the best, or has it become less because of like social media and all the technology that's out, that they're not practicing as much as, like, let's say me or you would back then to craft the game, basically?
You know what is hilarious and kind of weird in a way? I was watching a video and then this guy asked a kid, he's like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, you want to be, like, he was a football player. Okay. And he was like, oh, I want to be a football content creator. I was like, what? I was like, since when did kids say that? Like, a football content creator? You mean not the NFL? So I guess the way the future is going is they're going to have their own grind. There's going to be kids that want to do like the professional athlete and kids that just want to like be a content creator. So I see that's a lot of where life is going in general.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just because like I go to the back home, I go see kids play, and I ask the coach, like my ex-coach, I'm like, are kids still motivated to be the best? Because I just feel like they're handed everything nowadays, and with technology, it's like, all right, I'll practice when I have practice, but are you putting in the time behind practice to be better?
Right.
So that's my thing behind that. So I don't know if you felt the same way.
I feel like that's more, sorry to interrupt, but I think that's more of like America, bro. America is definitely like more into that. I guess, we have more luxury of having those type of technology in front of us all the time versus other countries. They definitely don't. So I don't know, maybe It's just other countries. I hear it a lot. You know, a lot of countries are coming up with better talent in sports than the U.S. now.
Exactly. That's why Europe is catching up to the U.S. even more. All these other countries are catching up. So I agree.
Soccer.
Even basketball, though, man. That 7'4" guy from France is
from
ridiculous.
France?
Yeah, Wembayama, bro. Yeah, it's crazy.
I guess the league's gonna be insane.
Yeah, but I guess going away from basketball, and then kind of just going back to you, I want to know, like, you know, who is Doc? Because that's always the question, right?
Who is Doc?
Who is Doc? Ooh, like, you know,
I knew when I came on this podcast, I'm gonna have to like look within myself
because I know you're a basketball player.
You got a couple layers.
You know, you love basketball, you love business, and you know you're going into PT school. But like, who is Doc behind all that? You know, who's that guy?
It's funny because I think I'm very much like you.
Okay.
Like we have a lot of similarities. Like the way you like people and just love to be around people, I'm pretty much the same way. And people are just interesting to me as well. So everybody has a story, and I like to hear their stories. And there's a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Okay.
So yeah, you read it?
No, I'm saying that's a good book.
I was like, yeah.
That book, but yeah, no, I definitely read books and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, so like it's just talking about how to get more out of a conversation pretty much, and like people open up to you more, and it kind of was speaking in a way that you can use it to in your advantage. But I think that's just our nature. We just want to hear about people's stories, hear what they have going on, and that general, like that real interest is what makes people like us, I think.
I mean, that's a good point. I like that. That's what the book said, because I think I kind of resonate with that, because when you're listening to people, although yes, you think that you may be trying to get like more information to get more knowledge and get an advantage on more people because you're listening to other people's perspectives and ideas. So how can we one up more people? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But that's not the reason we kind of do it. It's more just because we like talking to people and socializing, because it sparks more ideas for us.
Exactly.
To be able to, I guess, progress our own life wherever we want to be.
From that, like other than liking people, I am very just into just being, what's the word? I guess it's just being conscious of how I'm gonna level up in life in a way. It's weird. So besides the business, I'm just thinking about how can I make my life better? How can I make other people's lives better? And that's just been my goal for my entire life, I guess.
Was your perspective on life the same, like when you were growing up? Like, because, you know, I know your family works hard, your parents work hard. Was your, I guess, your perspective on life the same before then than it is now?
I feel like I might have had it. I don't know if it's in me or if it's something that was built. It's probably built from my parents, just how hard they worked. But they would kind of reward me for working hard as well. Yeah. So you know how we have like little science experiments and things like that. Yeah. So like, or I'll just be doing my homework really late at night, and even though it's just me procrastinating and I get it done, they'll just be happy I got it done. And they're just like, I'm so proud of you because you stayed up and you completed it. So from that, I'm just like, I need to just complete everything and I need to just work hard and that'll make them happy. And I guess that's where it really began.
Oh, yeah, it's cool. So,
it's
like needed school.
Yeah, right?
Doing homework, whatever it was. It's like, fuck.
Were your parents ever hard on you, or they were always easy
for sure.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, if you know the Islanders, whoever's watching that knows these Islanders, like living with them is something.
Oh, yeah?
They was hard on me, but at the same time, they're the most loving and supportive people that I've ever met. I know if anything happens to me, they got my back. So, but I know if I did anything wrong, they'll be the first ones to be like, hey, you did this,
So they hold you
accountable. They hold me accountable, like very accountable. That's one thing.
So I know you're the younger brother, right?
The younger brother.
The younger brother. So were you favorite? Were you favorite or?
If my parents watched it.
Oh man! Well, your brother's watching, bro. Your brother might watch this. I don't know.
Nah, there's a good possibility he'll watch this, but I think I'm up there.
It's only two of us. Sorry, Dan. I had to ask the question.
they like him though. He's cool.
He's cool.
They let him in the house.
Yeah. It's cool. I mean, I'm the younger one out of 3 from my mom and dad and stuff. So I think usually when you're the youngest one, you're usually more spoiled.
Yeah, that's how. What about you?
I am the younger one, and yeah, for sure, I'm definitely the one that my mom likes. My mom definitely likes me the most,
right?
And yeah, I guess my dad. I don't know.
Still pending. Still pending.
That's so funny. Yeah. So then, how's the dynamic with your brother? How was that growing up?
Bruh, I will not be where I'm at without my brother.
Yeah.
I've never had somebody hold it down for me so much in life.
Yeah.
And even just watching him make mistakes, which is good. Like, it's good. Everybody makes mistakes. So watching him make the mistakes.
I'm not doing that shit.
I'm like, all right, let me not do that. Or he always like gives me advice. He's the one in our family, even though he's not the oldest one. Yeah. They treat him like he's the oldest because they just respect his opinion and everything. So it's kind of like, since I live with him, well, sometimes it's kind of like I have that free access to just speak to him.
What's the age difference you guys have?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not big. That's me and my sister too, so just 2 years.
Right.
She's older.
Yeah, did they make you guys do everything together, or was it?
No, it was a little weird. It was different.
Yeah,
it was a little different. She kind of didn't live with me at the time, so we kind of grew up separate. Now that we're older, we usually see ourselves more.
Got you.
Yeah.
They're always fighting, but they hate each other.
Don't let them fool you.
No. Don't get it wrong. I love my sister. She's the one that gets annoyed all the time at everything.
Yeah,
but that's cool though. So your brother always had your back and everything, and he kind of like helped you along with everything. That's cool.
That's how we ended up getting good in basketball. Also, like we would play games to 100. Like,
so who's better
in basketball?
Yeah, this is the real question. Who's better?
Me, but I'll take that. He probably would say something else. He would say like it depends on like what time frame, but I'm better.
Oh, just overall you're better.
Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
You heard that, Dan, right? You heard that.
Yeah. We got videos.
Oh, we got videos. Oh man, videos. Okay, we got to see this one day. No, that's cool though. And then how was after, like, when you guys went to college, were you guys still like pretty close, or?
Yeah, so he ended up going to St. John's and I went to Mount St. Vincent in the Bronx. Okay. And I picked that school just because I knew my cousins were near and I was going to play basketball there anyways. But it wasn't for me, basketball at that time in college. I was just like, you know what? I need to focus on school. Trying to get to PT school was the ultimate goal. Yeah. And waking up super early to run, to practice, bro. Like,
you know Ronald for about what now, 2 to 3 years maybe, or a little bit more?
Yeah, going on 3.
3? Okay, cool. I have no idea who you are, really.
Yeah,
I met you today, so
yeah, cool people.
Yeah, I like your vibe. It's awesome, but I really don't know anything about you besides going to PT school. So, what made you go to PT school, and what, like, not go to PT school, but like, what influenced you to, like, you know, dealing with the body and anatomy and, you know, fixing people's issues?
Do you want to hear the answer I give to the professors, or do you want to hear the real answer?
Let's start with the closer one.
Yeah, you know, what I probably shouldn't say this because oh man! All right, let me just say the actual reason.
So you can tell us both. It's okay.
I care about people.
You want me to edit it out?
Yeah, the real reason I ended up doing PT school is because since my parents are both chiropractors, just being around. Yeah, like I was around it a lot.
I was forced to become a chiropractor.
They say, and it's like, you know, we need it now. Yeah. But they really told me I can pretty much pick, as long as it's a good major, as I can have a future with it, I can pick it. But they were trying to push me more towards the medical field, which was okay. Like my brother decided not to go that direction. I decided to go that direction. But yeah, so the real reason was just because I was around it a lot and I saw PT and it was different from chiro, and I liked what the PTs were doing more because they were able to really get in like more hands-on with the rehab, and I liked that and I enjoyed it. So
interesting. What do you think about chiropractors?
I love them. Yeah,
so literally about to ask that. What do you think about chiropractors? It's a thing, right? PTs and chiropractors, do they like each other? Yeah, are they chiropractors actually good, or are
they actually good?
Well, no. The thing is, I actually go to chiropractors here and there. No, nice. Get my bones cracked, I guess.
Yeah, bro,
what do you think about them?
I think there's a time and place for everybody to, like, I guess you can get it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people want it all the time. I'm more of like, it's for maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll get an adjustment for maintenance, and then I'll also do my exercises. So that's how I view it. And I think that's like combined in the holistic approach.
Yeah.
That's how I think it should be.
Is PT a holistic approach as well?
It can be.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more, because, I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
Would you?
Yeah, it is, because there's various ways that it doesn't have to just be about exercise.
Or surgery, right? If you want to think about
exactly.
that Western way.
Or surgical,
Right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree with Doc, because I think it's funny because people always tell me, "Oh, do you recommend chiropractors?" I'm like, "Yeah," but at the same time, are you just going because you just want to be manipulated and then that's it? You just go home and there's nothing else to it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta also
tell them what a manipulation is.
No, sorry. Adjust any joint that may be
right.
So
physically helping somebody out, right? Manipulating them, whatever their issue, and doing it for them, right?
Yep.
Yeah, to provide relief wherever the issue is stemming from.
Mm-hmm.
But so like I was saying, I think they both work together, but at the same time, you got to do the work afterwards. You know what I mean? Because then
homework.
They don't follow through. A lot of people don't follow through with like whatever PT people tell them to do, versus a chiropractor kind of like cradles you into the, we'll grab you and put you, we'll make you feel better.
Exactly.
And it depends on your level of pain. Also, I think if you really feel like the chiropractor is giving you the relief you need, and you're not quite ready for the exercise, then I understand also. So
yeah, and I'm not bad mouthing any chiropractor.
Oh, we love chiropractors in this house.
They fixed my back so many times, bro. I have so many back issues. So yeah, definitely chiropractors in my books.
And they're so knowledgeable just on the body. Like some of the things, when I just hear my dad speak, I'm just like, wow, like you really study this in depth and bone, like everything. They're very knowledgeable. So.
Yeah, so I think it depends, right?
It depends,
right?
It depends, and you got to see what works for you. You know what I mean? If PT's not working, try chiropractor. Chiropractor works, and go for it. I mean, I'm all for that.
Exactly, me too.
So I think your parents should probably do a great job, and I would trust them with anybody, any patient.
Now, I'm curious to know: do you guys also know about, as physical therapists, do you guys study the muscle? Like it's like how to massage it, like actually how to massage a muscle and stuff like that. Do you know how to manipulate
you can answer that, Doctor.
Yeah, we do, but for some reason, a lot of people think that is what we do. They think we give out massages, but it's more of just it's part of the rehab. But a lot of people come in and be like, "Oh, can I get a massage?" And I'm like, "It's not a massage," but yeah. So it can get not annoying, but it happens a lot. So
well, no. I get the point that you guys are getting at right now, where it's like when you guys are in your active field, you guys are in your office, and patients come and see you, and they ask for the massage. But I'm more of like, do you guys understand the benefits of knowing how to massage a person?
So are you saying like, do we know how to massage a muscle? Like, let's say a certain muscle goes a certain way. Do we know? We learn all that. We learn the benefits of why we do manual therapy and how it could promote better recovery. But when you're doing massage, it's not like, so for PT, it's always like, you could do that, but that's not what's going to fix you.
Right. No,
it's a temporary relief. And that's what we always think about as PTs is like, okay, it helps, but it's not the long-term benefit that you're going to get.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it feels good because people love it. Anybody loves a massage.
That's a good question, because I feel like a lot of people do think like that. Like they're just like, oh, do they know how to do massage?
Exactly, that's my point. It's like I feel that patients, when they come and see you guys, it's more of like they he made me do everything, right?
Right.
But it's more of like, no, what you guys are trying to do is get to the root cause and help that person out long term. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Versus just making you try to feel good. And I think that's what people don't understand sometimes, where they want to go and just see and get a massage done from you guys.
Yeah. And PT is a really interesting field, because you can either go the very manual route and really be hands-on, or you can be more just...
Ron has some bad experiences.
Oh my gosh. Massaging all day. I'm like, this is what I'm here for. I'm not a massage therapist.
My fingers hurt.
Yeah, for real. No, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how it is.
Or you can do the just exercise based, like strictly that. But I think the perfect is in between, just the mix of manual and exercise.
Yeah, and It depends.
And it depends.
With every patient, because some patients don't really need massage more, they just need exercise, or maybe more just needs a little more manual therapy. So I guess it just always depends. And us as therapists, we gotta figure that out in our evaluation. And we're not massage therapists. We're movement specialists, as you know. That's what PTs
That's a good way to
are.
put it. Yeah.
Amen, my brother.
But I think people always are misconstrue what we do, and I think that part is a little interesting to me, because where our field is like, we're doctors now. We've recently become doctors, and we know as much as a doctor. We don't prescribe medicine, and we can't prescribe like medical imaging. But we could tell them to go do that stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
we're specialties in our field. Yeah.
So
specialists in our field.
So as far as Doc goes, I mean, this guy's going to be the greatest.
My name's already Doc.
His name's already Doc. I mean,
Doc, so Doc, what do you want to specialize in? Like, what kind of field do you see yourself going into, and like, what are you passionate about and helping people out?
Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna do a general orthopedic, which is just the general outpatient you would see. But I did really enjoy peds, like the whole experience, and I would love to do a clinical with that. And I don't know where life would take me, but
even for your fourth one, you don't want to go?
I would love to for my fourth one, but it's already set.
Oh, it's already set in stone.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that? I missed that.
Pediatrics.
Oh, okay.
So he liked pediatrics. Yeah. I can see Doc being really good with the kids. He was pretty good with that.
They're fun.
So I mean. Yeah, I mean, you never know, right?
You never know. You literally never know where life will take you. So,
and PT has so many paths. You know what I mean? Even if you do general now, and you're like, oh, I don't like general, you can always get into peds.
Right.
You know what I mean? Shout out Dr. Bronin. Dr. Bronin never watched
amazing
this.
professor.
Gotta create an IG account for him.
That's Dr. Bronin.
And then what is your long term? Where do you see yourself with PT later on? I know you want to get into it like general, but like, where's your long term with PT? Where does it go from there?
Bro, I contemplate this almost every day because
we gotta avoid this. We gotta take this out.
Yeah. So I have a passion for PT, but I also have a passion for a lot of other things. Not a lot of other things, but a couple of other things. Especially within the business world. So I was thinking about even opening up an agency, going that route, and then being a PT, but kind of transitioning, because PT does take a toll on your body. So I don't want to be like in my 60s still doing manual. So that's how I feel. So I just wanted to kind of like set that aside and then start other things. But yeah, so I guess that's where the YouTube and all the other business adventures.
Not to put anything out there, but like a little specifics on what are the other things that you're working on now, maybe, or that you wish to contribute later on in life.
Right. So I know this is your story, and my story is very weird and unique and different, but I'm very into AI technology also. So this is just like, it's crazy, bro. But I'm very into that. So I think that's where we're headed towards in the future. That's and awesome. AI technology is getting amazing. So I really, if I had to pick a dream of what I wanted to do, like I'm 80 years old and I'm like, what did you do in life? And I definitely opened up a business that had to do with AI technology in some way, some form. So that would be like my end goal. But
I like that.
Right.
I'm
but
into
PT,
AI too. I'm always listening.
Right?
To it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Right. That's the way.
They're gonna definitely take over the world.
The cool AI though, not the humanoid. Like,
I mean, I don't know, bro. They're making robots that are gonna be able to talk to each other. So
yeah, I'm not really like, that's all good. I mean, it's technology, but that's not my like interest, like the humanoid stuff.
The humanoid stuff.
Yeah, I just find it weird. It could be weird. It's beautiful in its own way, but it's just not my cup of tea.
So then, what about AI technologies that you like? Like, why do you enjoy that so much?
It's cool because you can pretty much, the way it's headed is you can think anything and then you can just see it.
Like data AI?
Exactly.
Data AI?
Are you saying like Cyberlink? Is that what you're saying? Like the stuff that Elon Musk wants to come out with?
That Elon Musk he's a real dreamer, so like I know it's within that, but Elon Musk is always like at the most extreme of it. So like whatever he's saying, I'm like in the in between of like that. So Yeah, so I just want to see where it can go, but everybody watches the movies. Everybody knows how bad it can actually get. If it does, the worst it can get is pretty bad, but the best it can get is amazing.
So what's a good example of like something that you're into about AI?
Just I guess it's more has to do with just the artwork, because that's where I come in with the thumbnails and like all of that. So like, without giving the entire business plan away, that's what it is.
I see where you're getting at.
Yeah, right. But
I see. No, what's Joe's idea now?
Honestly, if anybody is really good with AI technology and wants to work with me, I have many ideas. I bring more than just ideas to the table. So
no, Doc's great with that stuff.
I will really make things happen too. So if anybody knows anyone else, I'll gladly speak to them.
I like that. Yeah. So it's more of like software, kind of like AI.
Exactly.
It auto-populates for you, and it kind of like thinks for you. It kind of makes you.
Yeah, you say what you want,
and
it happens.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a lot of that stuff out now. So
there is already.
I mean, all the algorithms and stuff like that. That's all AI. I feel
within the last 2 years, there's been so many.
Yeah. So
crazy.
Only going to keep getting better. And I think that's something we got to keep learning.
Yep.
That most people are kind of like, we're all getting left behind, I feel like. And if we're not paying attention to those things,
exactly,
we're not going to, it's just going to be like, we're going to get washed out. Our jobs are going to be taken out instantly, underneath us. So it's definitely something we got to like keep an eye on, I feel like.
Yeah, but there's like small AI things, just like clothing, just to know this person likes that, like he's been looking at this kind of clothing, so AI will just kind of bring up more clothing that is around that, or like they like this color, just move more color that way. And
you know what's crazy? Sometimes I'm thinking about something, literally just thinking about it, or thinking about a person. It'll pop up on my Instagram, it'll pop up on Google.
Yeah, it's getting kind of wild.
Has that happened to you guys?
No,
like, but you just thinking, not even spoken it, like literally 15 seconds of like, I mean, then all of a sudden you open your phone and it's like, what the hell? How?
I mean, when I speak about things, usually things pop up, but never like if I'm just thinking it.
It's happened to me so many times.
Yeah, when I speak about it.
Yeah.
When I speak about it, yeah. But there's been moments where I just literally think about something and it pops up. Where it's like weird. I'm like, it trips me out.
Did they implant the chip in you already?
No, it's in the water.
What do you think about that?
Part of trial one.
What do you think about that? Putting the chip in the brain and then, everything's to your hands.
Whose hands?
All the information is in your hands because it's in your brain, obviously.
I really am just more of I like AI, but I like it for other purposes. When it comes to just technology, in that case, getting to that point, I don't know. That's when we have to start looking at humanity and technology. There's going to be like a big thing, I bet.
So you wouldn't want that?
Nah.
It's an invasion of privacy?
Nah, it's kind of like when you get some work done on your face or something. You're going to want more and more done. You're going to want to be more and more perfect. Like there's never going to be somebody that's happy.
That sounds like the metaverse, bro.
Yeah.
It's like you're dipping yourself into that thing, man. Just letting go of this body and completely just like...
Yeah, I'm good off that, to be honest. Not going to lie.
Yeah, but so then I know you just started a new YouTube channel, funny enough, called... Well, your first YouTube channel, but... tell us a little bit about that, because I know he doesn't really know about it, and I've been watching it, and I always try to support you as well.
You got 2 YouTube channels.
I only have one.
One? Oh, okay.
Yeah. My brother has he created his YouTube, and then I kind of motivated me to create my own.
I got you.
Yeah. So I realized I really like to edit, because I'll do a lot of video edits, and then I was like, I can edit for myself, and it would be fun. So the whole premise of the YouTube is Origins Abridged, so it's just giving business stories, but giving like a quick origin, so nothing more than 6 minutes. So I'm always trying to stay within that 4 to 6 minute range, and it's a way for me to learn, and then I like to share the knowledge I gain, and so
wait. So you're...
Go ahead.
I don't want to give your business idea away or something.
No, if you go to his channel, subscribe.
So kind of what you're doing is basically you're talking to businesses and you're giving no.
Yeah, it's more of like, all right, so let me give you an example. So one of the videos that I'm going to do, if anybody wants to check it out, is so somebody bought 1,000 Teslas. So like the title of the video would be why did this guy buy 1,000 Teslas, something along those lines. But the whole story is about him becoming a millionaire, losing it all, becoming a millionaire again, losing it all, and then he bought 1,000 Teslas. So everybody's like, why did he do that?
Right.
And then it just gives you a lot of business lessons along the way, and a lot of things that I think would be useful. Like if I were to start a business, and I bet somebody else that wanted to start a business would also find it useful. And it just gives like a short summary of like everything. So if anybody was interested in that, I know I am, and I'm on YouTube watching that.
So you would be giving the conclusion? You're giving the story kind of in a way?
It's like a summary.
You give the summary, right?
Yeah, I'm giving the story. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, that's dope. I like it.
Yeah.
Origins Abridged.
Origins Abridged.
It's amazing. I love it. It's great. It's cool. No, it's awesome. I mean,
gotta check it out.
Yeah, the last few videos you put up were great. I mean, it taught me a few things I didn't know anything about.
Yeah.
How the OnlyFans started.
Yeah, like how OnlyFans started, how Jaden Smith saved the world, and Be Real was my last video.
How did Jaden Smith save the world?
You gotta find
You gotta
out.
watch it.
There's only one way to know.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed the whole like video making process and also like video editing. Video editing by far is the most fun part.
His edits are great.
You know, and I wanna it's still that Kobe factor, that Mamba mentality. You want to perfect your craft. So it's one of those things that I drop a video, I take a week off, and I think about like how I can make the video better, or if there's any like new techniques I could use, and I'll watch somebody else's video. I'm like, how did he do that? And I'll try to figure it out from there.
Yeah. How hard is it to learn editing a video?
It's actually not that hard. I feel like if you like something, it's like playing basketball. Like it's not hard to learn how to play basketball or how to play soccer, but if you want to do it.
I use a lot of rendering programs for my work, and I do AutoCAD, Revit, SketchUp. You know, I dab my hands on other programs, but you know, off the top of my head, I can't remember. But what is it that you use? Like what kind?
I use Final Cut Pro.
Final Cut Pro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apple. Yeah, Apple's. You can't go wrong with Apple. You know, we're an Apple fam.
I deny.
Yes, Apple is
Apple.
probably the best.
Yeah.
You know, Google. Thank you.
They better sponsor it.
But that's so funny. So what motivates you to like just do these videos every day? You know what I mean? Because I think for me, it's like for you again, it's like I'm so motivated to just keep listening to stories. But then for you, it's like more just you just want to know about businesses.
Yeah, so I have two sides of it. So one, the main side is like, you know how a lot of people want to be well known. So I want to be like known well. So people would see something and be like, oh, that is so like Doc. Like that reminds me of Doc. Like so even when I make a video, I want it to be like I'm talking to the person, or they kind of get like who I am as a person. I'll throw in like edits that I find funny. So like SpongeBob or like random like things from my childhood. So it kind of makes it feel like they know me in a way. So that's where it really comes. That's my like the main reason. And the second reason is just to put it out there and just hope somebody learns something from it.
I think it's art. Yeah, at that point it's just art.
Right?
Creating art.
I mean, I like that.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun for me.
Can we see something? Are we able to post something up right here? One of his videos?
Yeah, I mean, I could.
And edit it to kind of like.
Yeah, I could definitely put it in. Afterwards, I could put in a little clip of it for sure. Yeah, I'll put it in.
So you guys see it right here, just right there.
I'll also put the page on YouTube.
What do you have? YouTube? Let me see.
Yeah, my first video just hit 1,000.
Congrats on that, bro. Congrats on that. Hopefully, it's interesting. I mean, it's like his storytelling of businesses and people, and mine's a little bit of just the person themselves. So it's funny how Doc says like we're kind of like a little bit the same. In that aspect.
Save the world with just. This channel is about both businesses and entrepreneurs, so let's get to it. If you
check it out. I'll put it in the description and somewhere up here, around here. So, but I wanna keep going and then just get Doc's perspective on this. What is your perspective on life, as far as you like? How do you see life and people, and how they relate, or I guess kind of like the brand? You know, how do you see the brand and how do you see people perspective on life?
What do you mean?
Like, I want to know your perspective on life. You know, basically, that's what I'm just trying to say.
On people and the brand?
No. Just his perspective on life and how he sees things.
I got you.
Yeah. I think life is beautiful. Like
Life is a really cool world.
Yeah, I feel like you have to have a certain outlook. You have to have a certain outlook on life. The way I think about it is, you can either just blame everything that's wrong on somebody else, or you can just like look at the positive things that happen day to day. So I just started this new thing with my girlfriend too.
Okay, shout out.
Shout out to her. But so I just text her like something I'm grateful for every day, and that's how I start. So it'd be like good morning, and then I would say I'm grateful for like having like 2 legs or something. So I just started doing that, so I'm hoping to like add to it. Maybe
cry.
Don't make me cry. But like just those little things that make life a little bit better, and especially since we're in the medical field, you can see how you lose your independence once you lose your leg. Like things like that happen. There's so many accidents, so many things that can go wrong. So every day you wake up, it's kind of like another chance at life. Even though it's like you had a terrible day yesterday, you have another day to try to make it better. And I'm just grateful, like every day, to be honest. That's how I feel about it.
So, yeah. Positive mentality.
Yeah, I mean, I like that because I think, for me, I guess I wake up every day and I'm always like, how can I be better than I was yesterday? Or how can I improve on what I'm already doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're only here on Earth for such a short amount of time, and that's how I see life. I think you should want to try to inspire others, at least, even if it's something small, and leave something for people to remember you. You know what I mean? Some people are always different, and people are introverts or some stuff like that, and you know, I get that point, but at the same time, be that person that you feel like you accomplished something that day, and you don't have to be hard on yourself every day. It's just maybe you don't work out. Maybe you just do 10 push-ups that day. You feel accomplished. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or if it's you're trying to lose weight, drink a little water. You know, just die a little bit.
You try.
But and then for me, it's always like, how can I be better in PT? How can I be a better person each day? Why did I do things back in the past that I did those things, and why am I improved on those down? You know what I mean? That's how I always see life every day, and I'm just thankful for that.
That's a fact.
So, I mean...
Look at the similar mind.
Yeah, it's interesting. And that's why I think that we relate to each other so closely, and I think why people connect, and why me and Doc connect, because we have that similar mindset. And that's why we said people connect in one way or another.
Right.
So, and then... Yeah.
It's your story.
It's your story.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, listening to your guys' story, it's a little bit different for me, I guess, in my perspective. My life kind of changed a little bit because of the pandemic, and that whole functioning of like going to work. You're kind of trained to do certain things, right? You go to school, right? You gotta wake up, get ready, and then drive to work, drive to school, whatever the situation was, and then you come back home or go to the gym, see friends, that drive back or whatever it was. But now with the whole pandemic, a lot of remote or what am I trying to, like the work from home happened. So that's my role now in life, and it's just like working from home. It just kind of like changed my whole lifestyle, where it's like getting used to that and trying to like adapt to that lifestyle, and like you kind of I don't know, it's so weird. It's like sometimes you don't want to leave the house. You're kind of like trapped in, you feel sometimes.
No more community.
Yeah, exactly. You feel kind of like secluded in a way. You feel left out a little bit. So it's definitely, you have to kind of fight into getting out there, doing things more with people again, and just socializing a little bit more, because you do feel a little bit left out being home and working from home 5 days out of the week, and then just Saturday and Sunday you try to catch up to your whatever it is that you have to get done, because Monday through Friday I technically work a lot more hours Monday through Friday working from home than I ever did.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's so I mean, it's just like I feel like there's more workload put on people working from home nowadays, so it's just that dynamic of being home. They expect you to like
That's interesting. I don't know that. Yeah.
So it's like, it's also the pressure of like, you're in front of, you have the laptop there, you see the email, you're like, I guess I can answer that shit. Might as well. And all of a sudden,
else am I gonna go?
Yeah, where else am I gonna work? Exactly. That's my whole point. It's like, you just get warped into this like whole thing where it's like, I guess I'll answer that email. 3 hours later, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know, where did the time go? You know, it's all, it's 9 o'clock already, and it's like, should have been out by 6:30. I had to do so many things. I had to go to, I had to go do these errands. I had to meet up with this person, everything, just because, you try to like catch up on these emails. So it's a little different. And I blame myself where it's like, you guys are trying to like, I'm trying to get on that path too, man.
It's not easy.
It's not
easy. I mean, me and Doc know. I mean, he's trying to start a business. I'm trying to start something like this, and it's not easy. It's just always trying to find the right time, and things get delayed, and it's not. There's nothing you could do.
Yeah, I feel like as long as you're having fun, I feel like if you're having fun and you're consistent, like everything is about like how lucky you can get. To be honest, like there's a lot of luck that goes into a lot of it, but you got to set yourself up for like the right luck. So that's how I think about it.
Yeah.
Like, you're right here with us, bro.
No, it's not that I'm setting myself out, but it's like more of like, you definitely. I'm hard on myself. I always put on myself to, do challenges, like, something new. All right, let's do it. I've never done it before. Fuck it, I'll try it out.
Right.
But it's just that sometimes it's just like work,
Yeah.
Real life events get to, overwhelming sometimes. But it's nothing. It's just life, man.
We're slave to work. Yeah. Eventually we will be as well. But you don't want to live like that at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You want to balance life, like we said before. You want to balance life and work.
Well, the other thing, it was like I was learning a lot. It was a new position. It was definitely, it's an engineering role, so it was like a lot of self-teaching myself at home, and you don't want to look bad, so you kind of just like shoot higher than
and you gotta keep learning, trying to.
Yeah, exactly. You just gotta keep learning. So it's more of like, I'm very ambitious. So when it becomes, when I get into something nowadays, I was never this person when I was younger. Now that I'm older, it's like a game changer for me, and I see it, so I notice it, and I'm like, I'm gonna stick with this. Just keep being very ambitious.
It's my turn to ask the question. So
what's up?
What made you ambitious? What was the little switch?
I guess, to make the short story short, the long story short is basically, I saw myself at like, I guess it was like 23, 24 years old, where I was like, I didn't see myself going anywhere with my life. And I decided to, just, stick to something. I looked at, I did a little bit of research, and I found something that I was interested in, and, I stuck with it. I finished, I got certified, I did it, and then I ended up finding a job through a good friend, shout out to Boris. So I ended up, sticking through that job for a little bit, learned so much, and, it just ended up opening so much doors for me, and the ambition part didn't come yet, I guess, right there. That was just more of like, oh, this is what I have to do.
Setup.
Yeah, this is the setup, so I just have to do this. I mostly woke up after the pandemic. I think the pandemic kind of like woke a lot of people up.
It did. It really did.
Of just like, shit,
Yeah.
I'm kind of in a, what is that, like the rat race thing, where it's just like, the same thing every day. So.
Yeah, I feel like the goal is to get out of the rat race.
Yeah, you definitely want to get out of the rat race, and just my ambition just like kind of grew of wanting to like try new things and just keep learning more and more and more and more. Not give up, not be scared about like, oh, I don't know this. Just nobody knows shit. Everybody had to learn some way, and I think it's so easy now to learn things. You got Google, you could research. So many types of information out there on the internet.
I was thinking the other day too, because I used to always be like, man, I wish I was born in the 90s. Like the 90s was so cool.
So
I'm like, we're living in some like pretty cool times now. Like we can do almost whatever we want. Like the way you're a PT, you have a podcast and you're creating a whole brand. Like that's way different than I bet a PT would have done like 10, 20 years ago in the 90s. It's a way different life, and I feel like it kind of, the way it is, the more technology we have, the more things that get easier. We have more time to think about like what we really want to do and like trying to be super creative, and I love that. And it's cool to see all the other sides people have now.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's everybody. So like, it becomes an art. Of like getting to know who you are and what you could come out with, like what you bring out to the table, or how you could help humanity out in whatever way it is.
Right.
So it's definitely an art form of being ambitious. I feel like sometimes people shut you down because you're overly ambitious. You don't spend time with them. You lose family events because you're busy. You lose sleep. But it's an art form, man. It's art. The same thing as artists back in the day. I feel like they were outcasted because of that type of vision that they had. So I think this is just different. We're expressing ourselves a little bit different, but it's still an art form. So it's definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
So, Doc, are you still? So, what motivates you to keep going?
It's really just the people. Like
it's
really the people. On a hard day, what doesn't?
What gets you out of bed? Like, I just want to stay in bed all day. Because some people are like that. Like, they're just like, I just want to be in bed all day. But like, how do you have that self motivation to just get up and do something?
Damn, another good question.
I mean, I could help you kind of answer that one for myself, but it's more of like somebody out there is doing, better than me. I want to definitely not be looking like the one that's not doing
that too. There's a competitive edge to it.
Yeah, the competitive edge for me has gotten also increased as the ambition grew. Competitive edge of wanting to be not better than you, but at least understand what you're talking about when the situation comes of I got to talk to you, or I got to communicate what I want to do.
I see what you're saying, because for me, it's like I just want to be, like, of course I want to be the best PT, but I want to be the best PT I can be and what I love to do in PT. I don't want to just know everything. I want
to be the best me.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't want to be like, I know everything in PT and that's what I do. It's more like I just want to be the best PT I can do and help people along those lines. So.
Yeah, I think it comes down to my parents again, just kind of instilling, like, me seeing them come from Haiti. Well, I didn't see them.
I know.
Anyway.
I've watched videos.
I saw them on the boat, bro. I was there. But just seeing them how much they sacrificed to even get to this point. Like, they used to take us to class with them in school. Like, it was crazy. So just seeing how hard they worked, I'm like, I can't pass up this opportunity. They gave me an opportunity, and I'm not gonna waste it. It's one of those things.
Shout out to the parents.
Shout out to the parents.
Back in the day, parents just had to do it so much different than what we. I mean, I'm not a parent yet, but it's gonna be so much different.
Soon come?
Yeah, soon. I mean, hopefully.
Congrats, bro! I didn't even know.
I don't know anything yet, to be honest. So I don't even know.
We'll see.
Oh man, I forgot what I was gonna say. That's hilarious.
Congrats. Really congrats.
I don't know. It's a silly story that I have, and I just think as a kid, it's funny, but I just think it kind of helped me grow as well. I remember, so we had one game, right, one soccer game, and our coach, we lost obviously, so our coach just gave us like a firm, that talk, and it was like literally like, you guys better look at yourselves in the mirror and ask yourself who you are and if you really wanted to play this game. And I was, I don't know, I think it was 8th, 9th grade or whatever. And it sounds silly. I don't know, it was silly, but I was a kid, right? Yeah. But I literally looked at myself in the mirror and in my eye, and I was just like kind of talking to myself like, it sounds funny, right? Like, it just sounds hilarious looking at yourself. But I'm motivated by that stuff, like talking to myself and saying like I want to be the best. I want to be the best. So put in the work so that stuff like that doesn't happen again. You know what I mean? So it works. I mean, self-talk works. I think it's you know what I mean? Because you're your hardest critic. So I think that stuff works, and a lot of people need that sometimes. They don't realize that till later. And I think if you start early enough and you are hard on yourself, but not to the point where you crush yourself, you know what I mean? Because everybody has positive things about themselves as well. But if you're lacking in some things, a little hard criticism on yourself doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it's good to surround yourself with people that will keep it real with you. Like, it's good you had a coach like that. some other kid might have not taken it the same way as you. They could have been like, well, I'm quitting, like I'm done with it. I'm about to give, if I ever coach basketball, I'm going to give the kids that speech every game. After they lose them, look in the mirror. Do you really want this? But
Coach Doc.
Coach Doc. But just to surround yourself with people that like have that same mentality is really good too.
Well, I mean, it says, right? Surround yourself with people that have that same mentality as you. Because if you're with people who don't have that, they're going to drag you down because you don't want to have that same path.
Yeah. You always need that friend that will keep it real with you, and you need that friend that will always like motivate you. Yeah. Both those friends have different purposes, but they're good.
Yeah, I mean, they keep pushing that dream, whatever it is, but they keep pushing it for you as well.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
And then I just want to move on a little bit. I want to ask you, Doc. So what do you think about Yugen, and it's how I brought that up too? It's funny because I want to ask people just like what do they think about that?
Bro, when you first he first brought this idea to me while we were studying one day, like we were just in his apartment studying. It's like
good time.
Yeah, I was telling him about like my business that I was trying to do, and he was telling me about like he was about to start something. And I was like, oh, for real, that's cool. And then he was telling me what it's about and the meaning behind everything, and I thought it was dope. Like when you first were telling me. And then to see you actually do it is really cool too. But it is one of those things that not a lot of people want to know about other people's stories. Or not a lot of companies want to know about other people's stories. Like Nike says they want to know, but I feel like they don't really like broadcast them the way you're doing it. And I think that's going to be really cool. So I hope this explodes, gets big, because it's coming from a good place. Like you are genuinely interested, and I will support that, bro.
Shout out to Doc, man.
Yeah,
these kind words. Oh man, Doc. No, but it's cool, man. I appreciate that, and I think hopefully it does grow. And I mean, wherever it goes, I you're part of the journey as well, and hopefully people can relate to you, and people can relate to the things you say, and maybe who knows, maybe someone who will watch this will be like, I can relate to that, you know, to Doc, and I can relate to doing those same things in business, whether it's PT business, how they see life, and.
Can I come back for another episode? I'm trying to come back.
Sure.
I can accomplish a little bit more things. I want to come back and talk again.
No, you will. But, of course, bro. I mean, you're always welcome. But,
3 times.
Give us an update.
Yugen's 40th, Yugen's 40th anniversary special. Doc Alon's is back. Dr. Doc. Soon to be doctors. But, so, like, kind of like I told my last, Sebastian. Yeah, I want to have, like, a recurring segment. I don't know if you saw it at all. You did. So I want to do like a little one-word interview with you. And so you can only say one word to the question I asked you. He's gonna ask you as well.
Okay.
And, you can only say one word though, so be careful with the words you say.
One word.
So
I'm gonna need a dictionary. I'm gonna pick the craziest word.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years?
No. One word. That's one word. No, it's okay. No, it's cool. It's cool.
Happy.
Okay. Where do you see yourself with your girlfriend in a few years?
Jeez, yo, going up the spots. Going up the suspense.
Hey, I gotta go straight for it.
Married.
Hey, yo, shout out to the girlfriend. Shout out.
Where do you see yourself in the next 3 years living?
Upstate.
Still like this location or like?
Yeah, around here.
Why?
One word?
Yeah.
Happy.
Everything just happy.
Family.
It really family life.
It really is family.
Yeah.
Family? I got you. Doc, so have you ever disliked someone in our class?
Damn. Names.
No names. We don't need names. I'm just,
chopping heads off today.
One word?
One word.
Maybe?
Why? Why?
I just don't. One word. Vibes.
They just have bad vibes?
Pretty much. Like, I feel like I'm able to tell Well, I like all our classmates,
Yeah.
but you know, you could just feel a vibe.
Feel the vibes. I get you. It's all about the vibe. We all have those vibes about people. I know what you
Yeah,
mean.
exactly. You know.
What do you think about our school?
Interesting.
Oh my God, I went to that school.
Oh, yeah, funny story about
I went to that school just because of an emergency. We're not gonna say why.
Yeah.
Thank you. Clean bathrooms.
Yeah, bro. That school looks like
Shout out to the custodian at Williams.
it looks like what does that school look like? It needs a renovation for sure.
I like the library though.
The library, well, I don't know. I just saw the exterior sides of the building. They definitely need to be updated.
Yeah.
There's that hallway, the one that connects the schools from the jail to. It connects the jail to the school, I think it is.
No, it doesn't connect to us.
I know, but it just seems like a freaking long hallway in the middle of the parking lot.
Yeah.
It's so sketchy. I'm like, what the hell is going on over here?
Right. What about you?
Huh?
What about you?
What?
What do you think of the school?
Oh, I don't really fancy it.
I honestly
One word.
Not.
not it.
Not.
I honestly thought the school was a little bit more. I don't know. I didn't expect that. I thought it was a little different. I thought it was like a little bit better. Like Suffolk Community College, I feel like something like
That's the
that.
vibe they gave you? That's the vibe they gave you?
What do you mean?
Suffolk Community College?
Well, I mean that white building that's over there. You know,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
kind of like a little bit updated, more, up to
Yeah.
date. I felt. I feel like what you guys are doing is more, you deserve that kind of.
Yeah. You know,
Definitely
people. The thing is, I feel like people are never happy. Like they will never be like, oh, like you're an undergrad or whatever. They never hyping up their school. They're just always saying like what's wrong with it. I feel like it's just a similar situation. But realistically, I'm just happy to be done. Yeah, like, that's honestly all it is, bro. Like I could have been anywhere.
I'm never coming back.
And happy to be in New York. So.
All right, I want to keep going now. What's your favorite thing to do in your day?
One word.
Yeah.
Basketball.
What's your favorite least thing you like to do in your day, or wasting your time?
Oh, like
Yeah, like what's the thing that makes you like? I can't do this.
Wait, what?
Like, what's the thing that you hate to do the most?
Oh, that I hate.
Mm-hmm.
That I hate. One word, that's tough. But it's wasting time. Like, I can't stand when people waste my time. Because I want to try to, like, fit a lot of things in my day. And also have time to just relax and chill. But when you waste my time, I'm like, bro.
Yeah, time.
Yeah,
Okay.
time.
With
Yeah,
time.
one word,
Yeah,
time.
time.
Yeah, that.
Okay. Just a few more, dog. Just I like putting you under the bus, bro.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about your girl?
My girl?
Yeah.
Personality.
Personality. Okay.
She is super kind, bro. Like, she's like one of the nicest people.
Leave it there. That's it. No more.
My bad. One word.
We don't want to do.
What do you want to have first, a boy or a girl?
Boy.
Why?
One word is hard.
That's what I love.
Basketball.
You're gonna be a basketball player, okay? Just all I'm saying.
Look at the podcast. Episode 3.
You're just gonna be a basketball.
I hate basketball.
That's so funny, man. Describe your parents.
Loving.
Love it. Why?
Supportive. Like, one word I get.
Yeah, it's a little hard.
Yeah,
You're
that's
asking
fine.
wise. It's like
Fine.
one word. Love.
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite thing to eat, Doc?
Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes.
Cool. Cereal, bro.
Cereal. Balanced breakfast, people.
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Cereal got me through a lot.
No pancakes? Bro?
No pancakes.
Shout out to the pancake gang, bro.
Bro,
Wow,
probably some
I love
Haitian food.
cereal. I love cereal.
I love cereal too, but
My girl hates me eating cereal.
Really?
Yeah, she's like, that's not food. I'm like, yeah, it is. It has all the vitamins and stuff.
She's bugging, bro. Just show her the list. Just be like, oh, look at what Frosted Flakes is.
Just have it any time of the day.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. She gets so mad. She's like, it's not food. You're not eating anything. I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah, what you mean? It's nutritious.
Best.
I made it.
I guess Haiti.
What about it?
Haiti, the country.
One word, yeah. Just describe one word of Haiti. What comes to your mind when you think about Haiti?
Nature.
Okay. Yeah.
What kind of animals do you have over there? Do you have any like crazy wildlife?
Not that I know. It's pretty much.
You've been to Haiti?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not from it. Is it like Cuba? You
What?
have to go to Haiti?
Yeah.
You are? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, you are.
Okay.
Some parts, like, it's not the best, but like,
yeah.
Haiti. I say Haiti is like a natural beauty. Like, it really is.
Well,
like,
yeah, it's in like the paradise part of the
Yeah.
world, I feel like.
Bro, yeah, and it's crazy because a lot of people don't, like, they think it's just straight, like, war and, like, poverty and all that, but it's very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's how the world pictures it.
Where do you want to travel? To, like, a country that you want to definitely go to.
I want to just, Europe. I just want to do a whole European tour, yeah.
Okay.
There's not, like, just one spot.
Mm-hmm. Europe, yeah. I feel like when you go to Europe, that's mostly people's agenda.
Yeah.
To, like, go on the tube.
Yeah, for real.
It's funny because I get this question again. How would you describe me?
You?
Yeah.
One word.
'Cause my cousin apparently has a million superlatives for me.
One.
Yeah, one. He just says that all the time.
I would say. What's the word to describe you? There's probably a better word than like funny. Like you're like. I'll say upbeat.
Upbeat?
Yeah.
I like that. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm upbeat.
Upbeat.
Oh man, nah, it's cool though.
Gin, vodka, or what is the other? Cognac?
Oh, what are you saying? Like favorite liquor? You're saying?
favorite liquor.
Good question.
Jose Cuervo.
Jose Cuervo?
Yeah, so you guys don't know this.
Yeah,
You can't
they
see
can't
the,
see all.
you can't see the bar.
Yeah.
I can't see. I didn't check out what they have. They got wine, tequila.
You got something there too.
Oh
But
shit.
I go with tequila.
Tequila's the go-to?
Yeah.
I can't, bro.
You can't.
I told you, Henny.
Yeah.
Henny.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm taking shots, probably like vodka or rum, but like tequila, I got tired of it. I can't.
Yeah. I thought I did, but I honestly just feel better after drinking tequila. So, you know.
Tequila?
Yeah.
All right, so Doc, real question is, who's the fastest in the class?
Me.
No.
Huh?
What?
He's like, no.
say the real question. Say the real answer.
You didn't hear me right.
Me.
Wait, what do you mean by fastest? What are you guys doing?
Nah,
Just jerking off?
Wait, what?
Wait, what are you guys talking about? Wait, who's the fastest?
Definitely.
Who's the fastest in bed?
But yeah.
Nah, it's fun. You can tell what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna have a race at the end of this year. Me, Ron, and our friend Paul.
What type of race is this? Like,
It's a 30 meet.
Yeah, running.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna run. I'm gonna be the fastest. Not gonna lie. He's coming off an injury. Paul is.
Oh yeah, this guy can't run right now.
I am running. I'm playing soccer again. What do you mean?
But I've been running.
That's true, but
Yeah.
it doesn't mean anything. I still got my legs. I think Paul will come last.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Is Paul alive still? This is the episode where we don't know if this guy's alive yet or not. We're still waiting to get updates on him.
Is he gonna feature on the?
Paul will be on the podcast soon. And
Hopefully.
and I'll tell you, this guy.
That would be a very interesting podcast. I can't wait to see that one.
Oh man, I can't wait to get. It would be nice to have a.
Are we gonna do
big
like?
podcast
Are we gonna do like a solo with them and then bring? It would be cool to have him on.
Yeah, of course.
Or-
Doc could come on there too.
Yeah.
Doc could be on the same podcast. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Because Doc could ask questions as well.
Hopefully the fans love me. No.
The fans will love you, Doc. I mean, you're a personable person.
For sure.
We're selling your merch already. We got pictures of you. Pictures of you on the shirts already and stuff.
Just for the one time, I gotta show you guys the merch.
One more time.
Yo, guys have to grab one.
And
Immediately.
Immediately. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned
for more.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. Not saying when, but coming soon.
Yeah.
We'll get the merch.
Fire.
Tell the peoples.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Just buy it.
just buy it.
Just buy it. But nah, man, I appreciate you, Doc, for coming on to the
Of course,
podcast.
my guy.
I appreciate you the most.
It's been a
man.
legit one.
Yeah.
And
It was fun.
I mean, I think you it makes you really think about who you are and then where do you see life and where do you want to go.
Yeah, you guys asked some really good questions. I was like, I had to think about that.
Yeah, it's hard now. I feel like it's definitely hard being put on the spot. But
Yeah, and it's not easy, right? I mean, some people don't like talking about their story and going in depth, but as long as like you say some things, it's nice because, like I said, you just never know who can relate to you.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Just touch one person. That's all.
Doc's gonna touch that one person.
Hey, whoa. touch their hearts.
Yeah, touch their hearts. There's patients' hearts as well.
Yo, yeah. Touch their soul. Jeez. We gotta get more emotions. We started with touch.
These guys didn't get ethics class.
Yeah.
But definitely failed that class.
Nah, so I appreciate you, Doc, again, like I said, and check out Doc's channel if you want to. Anything you want to say to the camera, Doc, before we...
You got an IG?
Yeah,
YouTube?
promote anything you want to say, promote it.
Got you. Everything is Origins Abridged, so pretty simple to spell. Probably down here.
Yeah, we're going to have the link. We're going to have the link for clarity.
Yep, and same thing, Instagram, Origins Abridged, everything Origins Abridged. So, yeah, it's up and coming, so hopefully check it out. And I'm going to be consistent, real consistent. I have a big plan, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned, because this guy has great content, and I love his edits. So keep it up, bro. And I think you're doing great, and I can't wait till we both become PTs, because we're going to kill it. So
Dang.
Stay tuned.
Stay
What's
tuned.
your story? What's
Peace.
your podcast?
That's the story. Peace out.